if you're getting no impressions in your Google Ads campaign or account, today I want to show you the 4 most common fixes to that problem, or what I would do if I saw that there's no impressions in my Google Ads campaign or account. Now first, why is having impressions even important? Well, Google impressions are counted every time someone sees your ad, or every time your ads get shown to someone. And if you're getting 0 impressions, that means no one is seeing your ad. And if no one is seeing your ad, no one is clicking on it. And if no one is clicking on your ad, no one is getting to your website and either making a purchase or becoming a lead, depending on what your goal is. So no impressions means you're going to get no sales or no leads. So impressions are important, and they're the first step of your campaign running properly. So now that you know that, let's get right into it. So the first thing is to check your campaign status and settings. And what I mean by that is to check if your campaign is paused or active, and if your campaign is scheduled to run at a later date. Now this might seem stupid to some of you, but I actually had a friend of mine who was running Google Ads for their own e-commerce brand. And she told me that she's not getting any impressions on your ad. So we jumped on a Zoom call, she shared the screen, and I told her to go into the campaign settings. And when she went into the campaign settings, I could see that the campaign was scheduled to run in the future. And when she changed that, the next day she started getting impressions, of course. So definitely the first thing that I would do is go into the campaign settings and check if the campaign is active or paused, and if it's scheduled to run in the future. I would say this is step 0 before you make any other significant changes to your campaign. Now the next thing I would do is increase the bids and your budget. Now the reason why I'm adding this is because in the last few weeks I actually started being active on Reddit, and I've already seen 3 or 4 posts of people running Google Ads with budgets like $3 to $5 a day. And this just simply isn't enough for Google Ads in most niches, because in most niches your average CPC, which is the average amount of how much you pay per every click, is going to be more than $3 to $5, which means you aren't giving Google enough space to even have 1 click per day. And ideally you should give Google space to have at least 5 to 10 clicks per day. So for example, if you're running a local service-based business, I wouldn't run ads with a budget that is lower to around $1,500 a month or $50 a day. But if you want an exact figure of how much your budget should be, I would go into the Google Keyword Planner and type in your keywords and see what would the average cost per click be, and then times that by 5 to 10. But if your budget is set correctly, maybe you need to change your bids. So right here I've written 3 different scenarios. So if you're using a manual CPC bidding strategy, you should increase your max CPC bid limit, which means you should increase the maximal amount you're willing to pay for each click. If you're using maximal clicks, you should do the same. And if you're using maximized conversions, you should increase your target CPA. Now the thing with these campaigns is, if you set your target CPA, or the amount of money you're willing to pay for each conversion, that may bottleneck your campaign. Because if you tell Google, for example, that you want to pay $10 per lead, and realistically Google can bring you leads only for around $50, you may be getting no impressions because Google is going to try to bring you leads for $10, but it's not going to find the right audience for that, and because of that it's just not going to show your ads anywhere. So as I said, if you're getting no impressions, increase your budget and increase your maximal CPC bid limit, or increase your target CPA. Now the next thing you can do is to change location settings. So I think this one is pretty self-explanatory. If you're running ads on a really small location, so for example, if you're a local business and you added a radius around your shop to run ads for, you may want to make that radius bigger, because there's just not enough people to consistently get impressions, clicks, and leads. And I think this one is pretty self-explanatory. So the next thing is to be patient. Now right here I added a link, and I'm going to leave a link to it down below in the description, but it leads you to this page from Google, which is about data freshness. Now, right here under the how it works, you can see that in most cases, your account statistics such as clicks, conversions, impressions are delayed by less than 3 hours. But some metrics and reports take longer to process or are only calculated once a day. For example, impressions for the previous day will be ready at 3 a.m. the next day for every time zone. So if you started running your ads 3 hours ago, it might be a good idea to just let those ads be, and then tomorrow when you wake up, just log into your Google Ads and check if your ads are running and if you're getting impressions. It might be that you are getting impressions, but Google currently isn't showing it to you because it's still processing the data. Now, as I said, I'll leave a link to this down below in the description if you want to read it, but generally, just be patient. And if you need help with your Google Ads and want me to run them for you, first link in the description, you can schedule a call and we can see if we're a great fit. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.